command of President Akufo-Addo's cabinet. He chairs some of the cabinet meetings in the absence of the president. And in fact, in certain days that they are discussing issues relating to them. These bills were first presented to this house when he was sitting here. He came to Parliament with the minister responsible for finance to impose the e-levy. He can't turn around to come back and to tell all of us that he's not part of it. But let me add that the General Secretary of MPP sits in cabinet. He left cabinet and informed the people of Ghana that the Vice President approved the e-levy and voted for the e-levy.
Oh, Baumia is not mature yet. He's not mature yet to run this country. The country is bigger than him. Yes, the country is bigger than him. That is how I see him. And
Vice President also set up Minerals Development Fund. Also the small scale miners. Small scale miners. When you need a baby, send the mineral casting, to be in the mining or your capital intensive, or your azar, or just papa. The good in folk. Now, so answer a benya, no who a kazi, never good in now. It's my Indian MP, what you're there, or come here investors. Investors now, what Tumbra, who send the Act 703 now, or Mapan, there, there's a foreign national, there's a very small scale mine. So Opa Amanone, yeah, but you know when you are in China for now why agreement over Ghana you want 10%. Now one for 90%. So no one was Canina Zerba. One Matumbra, or to the views who is Ghana. To be mine away, so no if you one. The Madzenon no Mampain Abizich. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Papa do you cry there. Say Ghana in be miner or the on mining wabra when you sika or the fee nara nikro wabra when you am with nana banho na one with peja one it not say or build the millionaires within the small scale mining sector. So you need some Nigeria for why set up since 2022 banker oil for solid minerals. You know, the bank no born Nigeria for Mawutu while you are mining. When we obi or foreign country be anko contract agreement there ma Serbia unkosisi one. Nti bomu ne sika na wo benya no was be build Nigeria wa. Today ma South Africa ehwa mining companies all one toto na ya South Africa for now was sika ne ka ho nti wo to develop Oman. The massa so na all there obutum wa build millionaires within that country.
When this bill came into the house, it's not work done yet. We still have a long way to go. We have made some strides, but we are no way done. Like you heard in the house, we are supposed to go and do winnowing. So we're going to wait for the drafters to finish the winnowing. It will come to the committee chair, and then the committee will discuss it, and then the sponsors would also engage with them. But at least we've made some step and some progress, and we're excited about it. As and when we are done with the processes, we will continue with the processes on the floor of the House. We'll let you know. But we just want to say thank you for the publicity and support and mileage you've given to us all through this matter. We are very grateful, and we hope that we can count on you till we complete the process as our partners in ensuring the protection of Ghanaian family values and proper human sexual rights.
Gentlemen, to move towards a cashless economy, however, we have to encourage the population to use electronic channels of payment. To accomplish this, under my administration, there will be no taxes on digital payments. The e-levy will therefore be abolished. Ladies and gentlemen, macroeconomic stability. A major goal of my government would be to attain and sustain macroeconomic stability with low inflation, low interest rates, exchange rate stability, and low budget deficits. In terms of prudently managing our expenditures, to reduce the budget deficit and interest rates, my government will enhance fiscal discipline through an independent Fiscal Responsibility Council enshrined in the Fiscal Responsibility Act 2018, Act 982. The Fiscal Responsibility Act will also be amended to add a fiscal rule that requires that budgeted expenditure in any year does not exceed 105% of the previous year's tax revenue. This will prevent the experience of budgetary expenditures based on optimistic revenue forecasts, which many a time do not materialize. Ladies and gentlemen, furthermore, my government will reduce the fiscal burden on government by leveraging the private sector. Under the two-term administration of my boss, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government, we have put in place many social safety nets like free SHS, free TVET, and so on. With all these social safety nets in place, my government will now focus on jobs and wealth creation by the private sector for all Ghanaians.
Yanko Padaroma and then so ya daw fro and 14th of February, Saint Valentine's Day. Intine obiama na koma nyemre, obiama nsemu nyemre, obia and show love. Obiama modern say obecha de. No, I can be say it's our turn. Members say it's our turn to say ow. Debiana, ow, auntie, darling, ow, yes, you can't only be. 2024, our year of ow, but more than say, Obeche Ukunade. Now, Ukunu say, so, oh yeah, darling. Me fear the Valentine to be powder because me a romantic into me worry Valentine's Day. Into idea nyankopon that's Roma that's tiasi there be drew her me kai or dosronko. I don't know about you. I mean any other assistant there or they amayen. Empenin me ansa ya omu na dream about be and I maje penny. I said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and I saw person break 8 the ma New Patriotic Party. Into my dream says, ordinary dream power to Jadia. And your monster a crado, be to Nasre and Yabasa. Mienu, Eddie minim say, Edan, Umbechichino. But I could yet, coin be also, or Babomodin say, or didn't be 2 years. Mienu, I make in opposition for Bako, PNC, and Abako, so NDC. And the America say, coin be also, or didn't say more kind, but 2 years to see MPP. Okwa ban mu ono ana okasama social services Alhaji Isifu Fofana ana NDC enso so miamenia Kane Bulsa North member of parliament Honorable Timothy Ataboade Awentrim ntuma we ni friend say no we Angelina, David, we Angelina. Za. And tomorrow, yes, Yura Bernard, you didn't know the shame finishing in my yam into me who know that, but Amber Tile, Mona, and so. Train as a PNC be able to ye na obekwa kofa krata na so obekwa kofa form say obe bomodin so obe Frank Akutafo ama People's National Convention. Unim say he served in different and various capacities, from youth organizer to general secretary to national chairman, and Wabeno is really gone through the mill. We think say it's time. I know what I'm talking about. And say I'm sure say at the table you see now is to say it's time say on also so ever call for the ultimate one party as the flag bearer of the People's National Convention of Akwaba.
Opinion Majoso.
Na
chocolate no pese me
Martin Bako.
Na body say fita.
Martin Bako. O se me share that na me share that. Me say ono na oben ono o say he wants also pese a free in some about because
that is yes, sorry, so Pato very funny.
Pato, na Titus no be no yentimi born out.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. There are
everybody am interested in.
No.
Everybody
Political
I have a project.
yes.
He is my project. Into the bebo amino.
And I'm okay.
But on a more serious note, on a more serious note, me that say any the promotion out here, and yes, say my yebi and meeting my yebi. I have no doubt, say the experiences I have gathered within and without Ghana, and you know, betting me abua. Na yetimi ashepi the political destiny of this country. Se ohwe mejumamu nia metimi aye mekasamu nia metimi aye. Se metimi agina at a time when majority of Ghanaians, and sometimes I say this, some of my stance either in the activist front or even in my communication front, when I leave the studio and some people call you, no maka say share. Now, I was boiling until you said those things. Then you see that it goes a long way to actually reduce the level of tension in our society. How else do you want us to contribute to building democracy? We have to speak, and speak as hard as we can. Say, so that you bet me afa yan to mampa afra. Now, echo yeso ayaka. Echo yeso ayameka. And when things are going well, for instance, even as I disagreed with President Akufo-Addo say Obabeye one village, one dump, because I knew say, baby Amifi, if you are talking about villages, hey, some of the villages have no connotation, but they are close to each other. You can't put one dam in one of them and leave. So, ubetimia your friend said, dams that will serve the interests of some villages. So, Oko Zang, for instance, yawa Zambao, yawa Tebane, yawa Zangwase, and so all those communities, yawa dam, and it's in the middle. And it serves all of them. We could do Zamboga, no more see where Zamboga damp. We could do Tibada, no more see a Yomo dam. Udru where, but it serves all of them and their animals. I thought that coming from an agrarian society, the only disappointment is that after the policy pronouncement, execution was non-existent. Until most of the villages don't have. So you clap for a policy intention, hoping that a bit bana amba, you can't keep quiet over it. So we will continue to speak our mind on some of the issues. But as I said, when the party opens its nomination, you play a significant role in canvassing for the votes, not only of the PNC people, but for the grand change that is coming in 2024. And I'm also made as I said, me buy Mama chocolate. This is my second TV station.
Yes, we know him. Yes, he has done a lot in terms of activism. And I'll show you, so you know, Italian white room. This is about me and Italian ash. You know, maybe I'm poor.
Oh, they know a touch of white one. They're all from.
So white.
You know, all things being equal, we know there's going to be a good competition a good competition between other parties and the NDC party. Meaning, same people for the home close said, "Home campaign they say they will be more our presentation or end the home campaign they go." It's a good year. We are looking at new presidential candidates like Bernard and his party, like other political parties, movement. At the end of the day, we want to see policies a go on mama electorate. The ombuna ebe bomb no be choose from. At the end of the day, we are looking for the betterment of the people who want to serve. Not that they should serve us in terms of everything. The people should be our kingmakers. We should rather be their subjects and so on. But in this part of the life politics, maybe is sometimes completely different. So I mean, you are for the policies of this government in terms of one village, one dam, I think that they didn't get it right. I keep saying that in a properly constructed dam, it can serve even a region. People can move from Sandema to Palugo to stay and do their work. We can go back and come. Just like when the giraffe farms or on a month for to me free baby, it's done all over the world. People can take train and go. And now the transportation system, even in this part of our country, is better. So I think that they absolutely got it wrong. And they also got it wrong, not just because of them. Almost every policy that they said they were doing one district, one village, one factory, a friend is saying, one district, one factory, one constitutes $1 million. It was over exaggerating and unimplementable. And one year, two idea be drew and I be drew. We'll be looking at new policies, we'll be looking at what they come in, we'll be looking at their campaign strategies and so on. As we move forward, it's an election year. This is just my preliminary comments. Meaning, say we come into details. Oh, the be also. Alhaj.
Pato, as you say.
Already they are changing.
Already they are changing. Or the better they be.
Obano Panamun said, "Oh, you're very excited." I said, "Not morale or more camp a week until low until said Dr. Baumia because I make Tim Castle say, why you money in a more." But I hear from Monso more camp say, Obekasa no more, and am I fired up more?
Pato na Baumia de say only. Your kind this will be a wash a political lens, or your propaganda. Your kind the Trudeau will be an him say. Then can we need who? And the idea be good crime. You be bahono. You be come away say maybe I a better idea say be chiaro alo pay. Na me nim say or call for. Na say political way my twin kakra na me ye bibinti.
Okay.
I didn't know until you said it. But Oyobia them say wasum. Who they wabubo position na okra nyina. Satan ye ni no. Exactly 20 years ago, 2004, so be kaya. Menino ni Anita di Susu, ewo Top FM. Na team Anita team left, ena Bernard T right say. Na mini Anita clash, enye easy. It never done in Tokwa. Inti onu no separate and onu be Finfi. And Oma be call right side, and Anita call left side. 2004, exactly 20 years ago. So it tells you how far Bernard has come. So person I think we all have to wish him well. Na yen can say obia wasum die in every party. Timothy send on so asum. Nti baby o won now person who was spy e ko anima. Yen be anywhere ye juma over the years. Yen more capability. We know what you can do. So we'll continue to pray and support you. Nti he has my support, especially in the party I was soon ye pa and or my Ghana, you know, because near it's not only his party. It
is not even only about what YN or Ghana has his influence or war across Africa.
Oh yes,
any friends or war
yes across
the
the
political
world, across the world.
The influence all across Africa.
And look what you have a China. Me more than go Mama or no alcohol any piece about Hono. And that's why we brave. We wish him well.
All things to take into consideration.
No more Bruno walking episode. Now,
okay, he took the video.
He took the video. They were coming after me, and he wanted to come and say, stay away.
Stay away.
And I make us say, where you come,
okay. That would be evidence. I think it's a good strategy. And pay Michia Yena. Say now, Pato Valentine, I see saying because.
Obia was said was a charm, say Papa, be your friend is Valentine. Now, tap more that prison. No, or saint, or your friend. Okay, so Oha, or
because media,
or Yamsum into Wuyano, that's all. No, the Wuyano be saint. Now, yes, here, now, or share your friend is saying, prison. Or don't quala until how church or crata now to chen quala dear and omnia de adene or can some foul don omnia de or you'll be a ayana a drus adano.
Yeah, they are kind. Okay.
We saw Modia to your enemy, Mr. Speaker.
Say,
no, so yet, Mr. Speaker. Say in himself more no be our ambition, say. Or the Kwaku drusa, baby, you mean, I shall say free until your mamma. Divine. Mr. Speaker. Say we say can be and cover via hands and capture.
Call out. And see, we better for fun and Casa met me up with Janet.
We are Nita. We are Nita.
So, Honorable Tim, me name how.
Bounce and a timber because I na make cock and jagger one baby.
A chimpo honorable zone a catch him and Nora about your presence there. A year now, there be man timpon tem, man tisso a wumpo, a chinam tisso a woo. Until say, and the papa with there, he's been he's an educationist, a strong member of the PNC. He's a strong political figure. Kanya Brusa Saf. Aha. Intino a chinam tiso wumpo. Once na minim the power by virtue of what I do in the Brusa district. Nenkwara no so na me the young man is my younger brother.
Yeah,
the daughter is
I
am Joseph Achianam.
I mean, find a crisis.
Yes, so our contest for PNC tickets, and anytime he contest, he really gave us problem. He gave us complete headache. I must tell you, or anytime or contest and us or not two. Candidate China. He gave us hell.
So he has so much influence.
He gave us hell. And one thing that, you see, of all the constituencies in the Bursa district, I had Timbia of Ghana. Bursa North and South, anytime PNC serious guys contest, he give us hell.
It's always the case. Yeah.
It's always the case. If we are losing because of the PNC candidate to MPP. Anytime we lose, it's because of PNC. And they gave us really hell at the time.
Like I said, more the MPP come on one.
David, MP.
Okay, to the end first one. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. Nsem or the Atujano. Meaning say, oh, you are championing the Jomama aircount, the 24-hour economy and all that. And he is also seeking to break the 8 with his party. In some more, the Batujano. Said na camp by Papa Joseph Awanyana Kra or baby con.
Bill Achiana.
Say, Baumian Samauti, how difficult has it made your, work? Say, or person de your mama baby, or how easy has it made it?
Yo, Pato, the Obeka, it has really helped us a lot. We share Imani Money, I do only have two.
Okay, Imani or Africa and Ghana. Which of them?
Africa and Ghana, you know the woman.
That Imani Africa or and Imani Ghana or Imani Africa. A friend saying,
Kujo.
Franklin Kujo. And Imani Ghana, a coffee bento.
Dear boom.
That be a moo.
Oh, what a man come on,
Imani Ghana or
it's a research into one more year even at the local or the African level. You know, research done the bar as an institution.
But me just say you cut Imani Africa, you cut Franklin.
Yes, Anna, it has been also been reposted. Okay. I know.
We encouraged us to have discussions now in context.
Yes. Say the audible true abontin.
We are just
Pato. The audible true abontin TMU. It has even been reposted by Mr. Steve, Dr. Steve Mantiu. And it is that negative public sentiments against Bawumia triple after Bawumia speaks. Take it or leave it. Sometimes I am a Kano Hada. I had to say there, or my shedder, I know what Bawumia Gina also won't fail it. Then they will bring the candidate of their choice. Because this is a year. Now, Bawumia na mo born and so on elections. You put taxes that are going to affect electorate now more vote no. Into your bar, he's meandering between one G tax into man and manage or no sure where central figure in the imposition of taxes on the people of this country. At least, and political party where they have a good intention for Dr. Bawumia, and even some of these taxes, you simply need to reduce public expenditure and pick here and pick there to make his road very smooth. And let me start by saying that people, serious people like Guy Watchidako, the other bab want to say, I've retired from domestic politics or co-international no. Doesn't help Bawumia's cause, and I'm sorry for him at that point. Sure, Bawumia Jinaho Kasaya about 2 hours, 73-page. Listen, what was he trying to do? No struggle between one junior man or chairman of the economic management team at Tanaswa or my implementing in Diana's one fund 20. As he said, or Kasata say, or your opposition leader. This is the first time I am vice president or etia or no policies are through him. It has been implemented. It has had a devastating effect on the life of the people of this country. And such policies have never happened. It's not only on the life of the ordinary Ghanaian. No. Businessmen have been affected. Pensioners have been affected. Former chief justices have been affected. Big time business, rich people have been affected. All because of policies of a government that he has been part of it. Into Okodu Honmana was struggling. I understand. But I understand that he's not also being truthful. He's not being honest. Look, let me just cite one example. He said he will maintain free HSS and improve on it. Is that an honest statement? When they describe review as cancellation, then Bawumia continue to hold on to maybe Odruno. There are some things talking about you don't continue to hold on to COVID-Ukraine war as being the challenges are you confronting. There are some of them you could have done, and we have pinpointed so clearly to you that COVID in Putin, munyasika broso. Munyasika broso. No one ever catch say what no Bank of Ghana sika wom. And some of the things he mentioned are these things. Was say we are not going to borrow for to build roads. We simply need to toll them. I expected and built our roads. I expected so beautiful and I implemented this policy up to 7 years now. The first time Kabawumia and Kasabaka said, look, Ghana for me and my cousin with my sign because internal implementation we were not expecting these things to happen. Forgive me, let's move forward. Anka enye bibi 170 questions say okay say for the EMT you were only an advisor. But you pose questions to another EMT fellow who was the 170 questions and asked him to answer them. When you were doing that, did you also think that Mr. Atta was an, what do you call it, an advisor, or he was a reality? See, an advisor, the issues are many. I'm going to basically new Habuama Cape Coast for, and people move Ghana from taxation to production. It has failed completely. Have you been able to eat a humble pie and now you are going on? People are reacting badly. So, for me, Bawumia has resorted to taxation up to today, including Niama Onunkasa Kase Momono. Yeah, it's for the poor people. They've come to implement, and my brother, before he did the implementation, we heard all of them say, I'm from Mumbai, I call IMF, I'm from Mumbai, I cancel free HS, I'm from Mumbai, I say, I'm from Mumbai. You were a central part of this thing. Also, I cancel VAT on, your friend is saying, on electricity, emission tax, and so on. These are IMF conditional, and Yamunamode too, so IMF Nasimum Fund too, so you see, people should get this. We have what we call debt to GDP, and we have revenue to GDP. IMF say your debt to GDP no aburuso ama economy no, it has run down to a junk economy. Into no more mesika wa amanone. Now IMF say if you want your revenue to come up, we call it revenue to GDP. No, one must be going down. Pato, the debt, I have to say, the debt must be going down. The revenue must be going up, so that it will balance you to be able to look credit worthy in the world. And Bawumia has never come to speak about this. Maybe Drie, we say Timbiana, your friend is saying, your friend, finance minister, and your friend is saying, Keno Foriata, a co-parliament, my way. So Bawumia about my, to tell us that he has endorsed it. His president ought to tell her that we be a budget muno. If you know now, you remember that all the time, apart from him, last year, no one jury now on mono. All the 6 years, you go to parliament to endorse. I'm fair to say that be about can the buyer no mijina so edna me hunting no the buyer into me bahon mo abekire say me bom ye na so nti engindi build as a 16 model school for Zongo communities in the Zongos in 16 regions. We will no more construct roads with asphalt instead of concrete roads, and so on and so forth. The Awaka can doors on. Onabeka said they fixed them so. Meaning, Obiye said that is not true. You didn't fix them so. The Dumso issue, but it started in 1984. Continue up to the era of the NDC. Ebedu na Mahama say, you know, check. Into I said, yes, say talk energy, and I said that the Dumso issue will pick up because of that. You established what we call ESLA. ESLA, you must have called Jina War Ajisika for the next 15 years, which you call what a nuisance tax, and you turn around and say you fixed Dumso. Is it not the same but when we are about town? I know Becca say, look, Ghanaians, which of these government can have a whole manage emergency better? When there was COVID emergency, the government of which one were head of economic management team, they gave us free water, they gave us that, they gave us free electricity. But when there was an emergency during NDC time, during the energy crisis, the NDC couldn't manage emergency. Is it not the same one who said that? And the emergency was what? The Dumso. Oh, fix it. What did he say? Send NDC in part fix it Dumso. Yeah, bomb abaswaye day. That was an honest statement from him. Today he's running away from his honest statement. Chairman Sam was to say, if your friend is saying, Mama fix it Dumso. Energy analysis. Your friend said, "Kojo poku munyina kase. Kojo poku mpodi o say we must give credit to the NDC for fixing Dumso and so on and so forth." Your man does many Pato. Intino for me, no, the Wakano, he has not done anything. He has even helped us in our campaign. Was it online passport on the It was introduced by Hannah Tete. You know it. Hannah Tete is alive. You know it's a lie. Absolute lie. We don't need to. The references are there. Huh? What's it? Ghana card. Come now, yeah. No. It even started during the Kufuor's regime. Came to NDC. And in NDC, when they took over, this is the interesting thing. We passed the LI 211. They had collected data, biometric data, and demographic data on 16 million people in Ghana for the your friend is saying the Ghana card. They processed 4.7 million Ghana cards. Then they procured 9 million blank Ghana card. I just say, the card number, they will transfer your destiny onto it, and so on. Ken Atefa, he formed a 3-member committee, which Ken Atefa now is the committee chairman to look into what we did. Their recommendation on page 1, Atefa committee said they should continue with where NDC left. Mobile money interoperability. Say, yeah, contract. And the 4.6 million, another lie. The sifting company that did it did it in collaboration with the Bank of Ghana. And some charges, no any free build, operate, and transfer. But they are going to charge. So they will use that for the next 15 years. No, then they will recover their 4.6 million. Sana bomia koye pokwasi interchange. You remember what he said? Pato, okay. Well, see, when we came, we didn't add 1 cedi to the cost. We rather expanded it to the 4th tier. And the president himself said that too when he was commissioning it. Meaning that there was corruption. In fact, what he wanted to say was the 93 million that was taken from the African Development Bank, and Quebec might more than 3
All right. Me boom for your time, but what a reshuffle? What a reshuffle? But is it timely? Is it?
Marty, but I don't know if there will be people who will be brave enough to take positions now. They will be very brave.
You expect some to decline?
I don't even expect anyone to take. Many of the partner who and I can't tell me
Intimate make a difference, yeah.
Intimate make it. My brother, you know how government budgets are really, especially where there's no money. And you know that ministries or state institutions and agencies work with releases from the budget approval. When you say in this case, so there's an austere budget. The policies don't take 9 months to mature. Policies take more than a year, 2 years for gestation period, and for what? Implementation. For
now, you don't think there are any better foundations for any
not at all. In fact, it's a disaster.
Better builder to build.
You cannot. You cannot right. Because the Obi Obeji positions here and Lion Heart. Your friend Lions and Jata. Who said that now could drop who are could draw now. I know better in Adjei position. Could be a government now send the government didn't say, okay, I want to be part of a government that, in fact, what are they telling you? It's not an insult to you.
All right, Alhaji Fofana.
Pato, good morning.
Eka Unia Tim Kwadia said the Nkadia opening koya no UPS. I don't know what channel you found.
Okay. Why are they now? Or try say obey bastardizing Hawaii, but it will not hold. As I say, Ghana for CC and we are wide awake. Near His Excellency Michiana no pay baby or Biano Michiano. Only the Obekasa Nagayana it tells you that he's the man for the future. The Mianka said your mama Bekasa in Nenashe. Now she say,
John Akasasa, the Mimia, Ubufana.
Timothy, I no pay many Ukasa Nabio. Does it drive a strong beer? Beko any oye. I mean, and move bia. Esan say, Yenim, no. Ni Suni ni buying in Ghana for him. Intimitia His Excellency Baumia Anopei. Waba abekan the achievements of our government from 2017. In fact, out of the almost 2 hours now, Kasayo, over 1 hour, no can about the achievements. Baumia will never run away from this government because he's part of the government. That is why he started with that. Moni Kasaye, Mobia Tiasiase Ampa. So Baumia say I hear one village, one dam. You can't say we have not done anything. So see, we are here one district, one hospital. Agenda 111 yeah. Want to make say a bit niho before. Yeah, distribute over 307 ambulances. So you can't do propaganda with this. People are seeing it. People feel it. People are experiencing it. Timo, election in the bedo. And then you better TV so I can be before. We going to constituency-based electioneering campaign. Obia dani no ho a obe feel bibi about MPP. Whether you like it or not. Ni ewo mu ni say Matia ni ewi mamintia na adodan Kwaku for ado. Eduna okedi ejuma kese bi. So called commission the Botiman Sports Complex. We didn't say a ban of sports facilities, a ban of sports facilities anywhere. We don't have any since independent. We built more sports facilities from before time up to Ene. No government. Because even Accra and Kumasi were in Accra, a colonial governments there. Oh, there be okay. I'm fair to we have built near Kufuor Stati or Legon. Mobile transfer for 8 years, man. Yabe the facilities be breakahu. We have built 6 sports complexes in 6 regions. Here building in 10, but here 6. You will go around commissioning them any moment from now. We have also built the Botemine Sports Complex. Is one of the best in Africa, especially the swimming facility. Yes, it's the best in Africa currently so far. Obiadia too. We have built over 150 you can say astroturfs across the country. You buy a three, Bakukra nya buy dia. Ningina ankra private the war. We have built a concerted ACA building. We have done all that. You can't equal yourself to us when it comes to sports. In every sector, we'll take them sector by sector. Just like I have started with health, I mean about ambulances. Yes, see agenda 111. Yes, see we've completed some of the hospitals. We completed. Before started the regional hospital in Tamale. You came to continue. We completed. Ningina, we have done all these things. Until my board president Akufo-Addo Abaso said what me aye bibisa this morning. Masania, His Excellency the former president John Mahama. It's about a year now. On any major policy statement.
How many major policy statements?
No. What do I do? So then you talk. On like Bamia has done. The policy statement I had to say why and say on nam. What do baby or so or no the obey president?
20 policy statements.
Oh, Timo. We are
president.
Intina yenya bibia na me so emfa bi nko constituency. Mama ya be see dams e wo constituency. Enya mimi sika yes ya buy sika bet me kai wa na me so challenge me nua no.
Me da sipa.
Me si be 3 mechanized dams. Abe na me ba abe connection mama mi bra Bernard. Enti udi enya abotre to because I want you to come back to parliament. You are a brilliant guy. That one there nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. Until the American say, any major the word underline major policy statement. I'm a young vision. On in nama na oshia bi mu a o say oh medium be president branch executives no mo fam ho nyim me ya memma akokobuo na mama wo
NDC
former president John Mahama enemy na me kan won't that so obema wo akokobuo Pato say nye no cry o dey stop me don't let me progress obema omo na omo nkogo nkitikiti na omo ye omo ye yi a na omo tu we no kosua na omo aton omunyi no mo ntu biom na mo aton kokono. Is that what he was running around saying it? Even recently Yakobo Cote d'Ivoire. Baumia nye blaster coach. Baumia nye a member of the blaster team. The essence say aya omo de as NDC say ye free Montino. Ozio mu de mo ntwa bi be president am blaster coach. Me the local players nko an ebebo. Enye onu no kai me na me kai. President na o kasasi. Local players. Local player being and I work Ghana ha wa bo a did in 1 year. I'll be Santa Ghana. That same year, into the local place now, Kano. Omun to me, boy, a quarter of me are for no bono. They don't have the exposure, they don't have the experience. Into all over the world, there's no single country where we say local players will go and because when you do that, you will fail woefully. And when you bet me, I shall be 13-0. Senior Germany share Congo, they are 13-0 in the World Cup. Before they were the first country in Africa to go to the World Cup. We got 13-0 with local players. Into any year, on Sano Ninama or Kanka. Or who a Bimokrani or do baby crowd see on the our rare Gunina, no Diamunya, but me bar, Messi, our Renina. Oh, this kind of statement that he's making across the country. On yet on Kasamian who send you about me, but ye Kasaye. And more be who said, Mimi vision. Mimi vision. And he say me bar, me as Dr. Mahmoud, but after what top 2 year achievement, which is unprecedented to me in the annal history of this country. In the annal history of this country. Esan say, oh, can you hear now? Now, oh, can Obi, I was starting from scratch. Waba, Ghana, di Yobusia, ye can say, and a Ghana who are chilling, ya de economy and your mano, yet unlike Ebi Obibeka and Kruma, or by any starting almost afresh. Now, Fena, Bruni, ye can say, Brofono, Elko, Adjei Sika, now population just a little over 5 million. Now, when who should be there in every sector why is unprecedented. You can't challenge that. You cannot. You cannot. Until what out to your achievement no that day NDC intelligence omu ye meet here to after 12 midnight. Now I shake you. I'm telling you everything that you do they're crying. Say hey you have a campaign message. And these are things that are reality. These are things people can feel. They are not lying about Green Book. Mingi na ni Green Book. Masa, na se obisi Maye Airport sir. Maye Tamale Airport sir. You can challenge that. Because phase 1 na muko ye no. Ye na ye hu ye. It's about the runaway lights na mu ye. No, that's what you did. Oh yes. Media, we the
But honorable Fofana. The amount for after the opening most of the things are mobile, they building on them.
They've never done anything.
For instance, for instance, digitization, fiber optics, more ambulances echo every district. Yeah. They built hospitals. Because ambulances.
We are not building hospitals.
No, agenda 1-1. No, must start agenda 1-1. Unless you tell us what levels they are now. Hospitals. But then what I'm saying is that there are bit to say other hospitals are musia. Sometimes what you just mentioned Kumasi kind of say airport. They started it, and you are saying, Kumasi family, and only I didn't too. There were so you are building, and that's fine.
Which is good.
But then,
almost project we don't come to complete. Most of their projects we completed them. You block schools, almost C29, and a World Bank C20 saying they call 43. Yeah, but I am over 35.
Maybe it's not true.
Okay, I hear people are listening to me. This is national television, so fine. If I'm lying, fine. People are listening to us.
So and then what people also say is the most more no papa no friend vice president ebe building on obe can the my achievements near that. Some of them also about Obesisano. For instance, taxes, Obesisano, free SHS, Obebabeshemukina. He has almost totally different ideas. On them channel. No, Baba yet
Pato, apart from taxes, what is different from your kind? Taxes now also be free honor. Yen baby or Jenna, you buy levy. Let's not behave any those outside listening to or watching us. Like us.
Oh, but I'm listening.
Where he stood before he and now yen say or so can say be your crown be affecting the poor. Say, okay, before the implementation of levy, But that's what people don't understand.
He is number one advisor to the president.
That is true, but he's not the final decision
No,
maker.
but the president chose him to partner him because he knows that and never been him saying, "Oh, when him dear home."
Massa, that is why you can say when former president John Mahama or Adwene or no economy management team no crown on chair because on him who need said before the catch during their primaries. Also on ye on him economy who she. Now, when he was the vice president, if they want us to go on that tangent, it tells you.
But they all own him there, no my advice are monfa.
There be said, my advice be ready.
But what's the question?
Or my advice about
the chocolate.
Not your cabinet. Near cabinet. Now, cabinet. Decide otherwise, sir. He's part of it. But Bobby is not running away from it. He's part of it. And he implement here. Ever since he implemented, what he said about me, I can't yield me one something. View.
So he was part of it.
No,
he was waiting for. He was waiting for this moment to let his views
that
about.
Is his vision. The former president Mills Wu, you can't say, your mama took over. Or say no, or your planky. So only my planky, only my friend a planky.
Mate.
There you go. That is
also co-driver car planky.
Maybe I'll get there. And then he became a spare driver. That's the word he used. He used the word spare. I have the
context.
Oh, Pato,
also can
spare driver. That's what.
Yes.
Also can spare driver.
Also of young fan say oh yes.
Spare driver. The same thing Baumia is talking about today. Inti mu mami kwan na me be driver na me take charge of the let me take charge of the steering wheel. Afa my be me boss 6 months na aka no. Until now give me the chance to continue as the main driver.
Main driver na crash bus.
Timo. Because he started using these words. Spare driver, mate, then your mama started using them. And then as his son, say, also say,
John Drama, because of a medra. Musumaka, some medra.
Say, and your medra, send the echo. The Ayaka was some near, was MCC.
Until as far as you're concerned, the message, new chapter on this bold solutions, not the buyer, are really near my Ghana, a bit me. But I know I'm betting they are breaking 8 now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Because these are the things, I didn't think achievement in the young can was him. Say, I don't see a bold BBA or no I tattoo ye. So the drones be back. And Timothy Mukan say drones no a baby take care of my pictures or more diarrhea. And yet he knows it. I see you get Yamunu. They were saying Hanabisu. Because they don't understand it. And today we have one of the drone delivery in the world, one of the best in the world, not Africa. Because they are the best in Africa, followed by Rwanda. Rwanda they shall see you. But yet they know because of the reach, the senior stations, the senior deliveries, no doors. We are one of the best in the world. The can about you can say digitalization. Almost fiber optics. 489 we now
a total 1,500 kilometers. You know, live in the Tema Accra Tema one.
Until where we
fiber optics.
That's about 12% of what we did. We have done 88% of it. We were able to cover the whole country. 88%. Yeah. They are all here. And you mean I make sure where we generated it from. It is there.
It's not in the data.
And you know it. Mobile money interoperability. And a mumu na musha.
Tama moya de na munim se bibi sawo. Tama o se tama moya na munim se bibi sawo.
Na me chese Ghana for kranti yeda.
Fiber optic.
Yeah.
Tama na fiber optic president Kufu Abreso 2007.
Enu kra me pese.
Ana chance efrio. Nti no ka na Ghana for ni.
Ana me ka Kufu o se afedi de Kufu so kan. Most of the things
2007.
Most of the things are Ghana. That's so enya hu faso Ghana ha nyina. Kufo ni nanado. From health insurance, national youth employment, school feeding, free SHS, drones delivery, one constituency, one ambulance, one village, one dam, agenda. Everything that you mentioned today, essentially, Kruma di any matoni na.
All right.
It means me brabe come maton Kruma companies, matoni ma privatize.
Okay, so what
different? Then me no. Then and about me aka and the AGI are praising him. So they came out with a press Guta have come out to say yes. Omukromu Nube signing MOU. The students of Ghana have come out to praise me about me aka. And you are here saying, say, more NDC. Baby say more NDC there. You don't want to hear because near Wakano, a woman. Okay. And a Ghana for have come to realize, say, yes, we have somebody who is for the future, and then John Mahama Akukobu, who is for the future, and Akukobu, who is for the past.
Bernard, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Okay, and they say on one or because we also want to be president. Nti mensa mu awabobo so no enom ne ade no. Ofo say ade niema ofo say Ghana fo yin. Niema pese unye opportunity abe ya maye no ebi no obobo so na na.
Me da say bebre ane ebi ayekwa ni ma menchia Timothy Awuntrim Atabuade. Yeah, some of the fountains of the Bolsa district, now Bolsa South. Omoka baby onya kwan enkofie. I have to bring a bulldozer na machunako. I'll bring a bulldozer. Alaji Fofana. Our mama endorsement. Na onim say kasa enkum osono.
Kasa tintin.
Enkum osono. Nti do the needful.
We'll go around it.
First, I say, Adepa, say the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. With me at the near or say a Adwene or per se on Fama Ghana for Nasa Omunya Quino Moto Manoa. Adwene or the Babe Jumano, and no or the Adjei. So, in effect, this is the manifesto of Alhaji Bambudu Bawumia, detailing near Obeye and near Ontimi Anania Edaninim. Why never say he has not done well? Why yadie? But why yadie no mum? SEM bisa nsem kakra. At what point ena Bawumia Oyel, the leader of the New Patriotic Party and our president. Bibia efata eye. Onu Bawumia takes credit for it. So share Nuyama Minister for Rules aye. Bawumia say onunti under his supervision and guidance. Ena sa Nuyama ebaye. So share Adwene Asem Agriculture. Bawumia say onunti ena eba enti Brian Achampo eni Owusu afriye ana akoto afriye. Onunti ena omoye without his guidance omuntimi ye. So shenia ekoso in the digitization and digitalization. So unim the difference.
What digitize now
digitize way.
Digitalization.
Digitalization any near yede way eye. Into from the first point of digitization, has any phone, computer, laptop or tablet been innovated by Alhaji Bambudu Bawumia? I bet me I say this is the digitalized work of the vice president. Na yakano digitalization na ni yedi sawe edi yano, including Zoom meetings. Say to me, Zoom meetings. Yanko, you met me at and say na me yebi. Somebody was in US, na obi wa Uganda, na obi wa Cape Coast, na obi fi Zimbabwe. we were doing a Zoom conference. But we were closer. That is digitalization. The vice president enabled that one to come. Nature said these are products that are in the market. What you say? And these products are spreading. Pato phone na me de buy no. Why we phone no. What you say? So it's evident that we have not digitalized anything. We have not digitized anything because we don't produce any phone in Ghana. In fact, the closest we came to was RLG. The closest we came to was RLG. Until from that time, RLG eguye, the RLG laptops, the RLG desktops, the RLG phones, from that time, we have not assembled anything. So that Yebeti say we have digitized. So about digitalization, sir, I'm saying that we are consumers. Because internet here, it enables every other thing. And yet, Vice President Nodeba.
Can we talk of Owusu Obediedi? Can we?
That is fact.
Can we talk of STEM? And so say, and also can it make up for what you are talking about?
I'm saying that. Reality is that we have not done anything.
But we need to start from a
No, listen to me.
At least I was saying you started technological.
Listen to me. In our language, probably it's vulgar, but maminka. Obi na wako dine duane kasi a wako ne. Na wako tina the shit na wase una oniye. Do you understand? Somebody has gone to shit.
Why don't you say somebody has built a foundation and you build on it?
Somebody has gone to shank. Then you go and sit by the shit and turn around so you see the size of the shit. I did it. You didn't do anything. Tell me. Now, as a young boy,
be a empty bottle.
Watch my Facebook post.
Na oba.
O can some inside and watch my Facebook post. Papa be a ya na or no munsan na abuna na yira kofa no. Na obi ase onjai ni kunu no se onjai. Obepe adwen a one na betimi atwa. Wa yesa adakoro na papa na akọgwe nsan wakoda. E wo gatemu maame na akofa no. Ofa no wamfa na nkofie. Straight and ordinary call mochire. And okoka kire mochire man ne se mesrew. Papa went to her. Maninda baby a mom wu or sorry now say onwu ya mun country say mubekunu because mo hu bi da nti papa no adasa or sorry you say much mu na o here freeze oh sorry ya chale no otanu say na oda funumu oda say na oda funumu o sha say osu na no man be say oh nti wako e na wo san ba ye be ma wako nti omo yes na omo ka kire papa say on say sia no onya normal nti wo de kofie na ko ka kire ofie for say wo nti afi de o ba be kra omo no mako papa no adwane ko ofie ebesi ene on pie 2 years ni on twali 2 years ni wan kan kire na yire bebi a okodae but onim say na yire na ede ne koye. So me say what is exciting about this is that we have not done anything. Look, Edward Kojusalia, say okay no. He was Minister for Transport and Communication. Say okay ya na Tony Yeboah first mobile phone advert. Vijina Bontin and Ameka say. Was it Baumia who did it? Was it Baumia who did it? Dabi.
I will let you know what Baumia did.
Miss Reo, O Kassan Alaji, O Yaminia.
You're correct. One Kasa, Timon and Kesi.
Na Baumia, and Nanya Baumia na ye. Until the opening up of the mobile or telecom space started with Edward Kojusalia. It was continued by Eko Spiogabra. Under his regime, and a space phone, a buyer, later will be transformed to space phone Ariba. Later to your friends saying Ariba and now MTN, all under the Scamcom Ghana Limited. Then, of course, Kasapa was the first phone I buy and a network I buy with data. Okay, Kasapa modems. And now to me this share computer more than you do today. You don't need all those things. We have moved because technology is advancing.
Is advancing it in Ghana.
Do you understand? When you now take note that Mambo president and our vice president, the ministers who were responsible for the sector. Take note too. Inti me Kojo Saliedin, me Sprio Gabredin, Edi Bedru Haruna Idrisu, Edi Bedru Omane Boama, and ne Owusu. They are instrumental and responsible for the sector and whatever it is. Inti Sesiano, the vice president say, Dabio, Munyin minister Owusu, Namonfa Mame, me yoye.
It was under his office. It was an arranged something I did share under his office. And he supervised and implemented them.
Yohana na obia kasa. Na me di ha. Ena na me di me chocolate. Say chocolate no wa man bi.
No man bi.
Katre say one day the chocolate.
Okay, Pato do chocolate.
Na me yamade.
Must start it.
So clearly, things that ministers and deputy ministers do their work. When the vice president come to appropriate it, what did they also do? In one breath, say you have achieved A, B, C, D. You are the most efficient vice president. Oh, now can you? Into what did Akufo-Addo achieve as president? What did Akufo-Addo achieve? Because Akufo-Addo is the president. Every other thing should stop with the president. And I give you an example.
But Akufo-Addo himself can say Bawumia is a smart guy.
Being a smart guy, let me tell you. Kwame Nkrumah, in order that the militants we credit Kwame Nkrumah for, Kwame Nkrumah did not do them by himself. So what I say, Kwame Nkrumah actually brought people. Unim said the world's best economist at the time was here to help to draft the 7-year development plan. Kwame Nkrumah brought and poached people from the world. Say, when na me pese momba ye mame, omoye no, they did not give the credit to those people.
He would take the credit.
He would take the credit. Did any vice president take the credit?
He doesn't have a vice president.
What do you say? Enti Niama Jerry Rollins we don't credit a car for it.
Fighting a car.
We don't credit meals for it.
Beating a car left, right, and center. Just like your mama was headbutting.
Vice president.
Do you credit Aliu Mama for it?
You don't allow them to work.
Do you credit Aliu Mama for it? You don't credit Aliu Mama for it. So why come that because Bawumia has become the vice?
No, but the difference is that we never saw President Kufuor say or can say Aliu Mama na Nyankopon de Adwene kase actually. We never heard President Kufuor say or saw Aliu Mama and say the woman Mubiano may make sure so your president. We never heard those things. These things we've heard.
So because they said Nana Akufo-Addo wants Bawumia to be president.
Because he believes in him. Nano Crossan can say soon me pacho me ba. Nano president Nana Dudankwa. If you don't pay attention, time so I call. Nano president Nana Dudankwa Akufo-Addo. Man speech or Sanka say, it's some drew no Bawumia.
Kufuor also said it that day.
What did them channel? Say some drew no Bawumia. The president
we don't even really need someone to say
in
that.
Governance.
We need the people of Ghana.
Pato, who know hosting program. The success of this TV station cannot be said that because of your hosting. What do you say?
Because backroom for Anyafi and Bamiti Hakwa.
What I say, and yes, Akrambo, the owner of the TV station and all that, they take credit.
Yeah, true.
What I say?
Because none of these microphones and the setup.
So I'm saying that for me, the vice president could have spoken that the team that I worked with, we have achieved A, B, C, D. Number 2, the Bawumia is not under the office of the president. That the Bawumia is not Bawumia decided to do things without the approval of President Akufo-Addo.
No, He said the president
Fafuna,
gave him the full responsibility.
Alaji
Fofana.
Fofuna.
No, he's saying it in Dagaba. Dagari.
Does it look like a Funa?
What is Funa?
Funa. That's him, the one who is following that.
But it's all kind on purpose. So.
I said that. So
you don't know Bernard.
You know the right thing. When you call it,
we've been together for a long time. So, but Wakasa for 18 minutes. So. I spoke for 30. He spoke for 16.
Starting, 46.
Michelle, I many time no
Baba Kasa, they interject. So I think that next time when any one of them is talking, I will interject.
It's 10 o'clock.
So,
next time
So say that.
no. So
Okay, of course.
So the vice president spoke. Waji credit ni na. Na ebedu blame. Na vice president say show. Kojo upon kuruma ka say levy bill no. Baumia not yo. And a drafted bill.
It's not true.
Or drafted bill no we no. Baumia no ka say yam 500 cedis a day.
It never said so.
Yeah, 100 cedis a day. Ma untua levy. But see, it was because of Baumia's feelings for the poor. And Omode buy.
He never said so.
And Ode buy.
The NDC are spinning it. And
okay, what is
future president?
No, what did you say?
No,
Pato,
let him continue.
You should stop them.
No, but
along the line,
to be very frank,
we've not been fair to him. You continue.
Granting that, I mean, it's only fair.
Inti moyano sa na vice president na otina ase a omochro levy na ode 100 series threshold no edit to so no na wa advise president Akufo-Addo say yenye edisi kaba breyan na yetimi ade akosi kwan na edi akoya hospital say levy no krampo ebedani akoba Uni akoba. Uti nam ya usun ya wenim ya bibia akoba. Inti oye no sa no ene. Ba omi asi hwe. Akufo-Addo oye nipa bonefo. Me motu abama me a na me bedi president a levy no a obonefo ode aba hamono meyi. Do you understand what that means? Na Wasan aka say emission tax no amode ba no oba obetwam oho no nim say oba be kasa no na kenofori atamu ehu ne speech no say osi 15% VAT na amode ba beto electricity mu no osi oba obeyi then kenofori ata release a statement omoyi. If you knew you were going to do it, why didn't you tell the vice president that on kasa na onyi? Say, because of this, you have taken off. You see that they are doing and undoing each other. Because, and fata, say in one breath, you take credit. In another breath, you try to distance yourself from the policies now, Mwankasa Modiaba. Finally, Pato, as a sportsman, so to the vice president, I'll say.
But I don't say non-conformity demonstrations, or more.
Yeah, maybe. Me say, Utie vice president, I'll say. He is coming to do a national sports secretariat. Because sports no enkoye. National Sports Authority.
When did he start?
National Sports Council. Converted to National Sports Authority. Ewoho. Senyama enkoye, what do?
You tweak it.
You tweak it. You don't come to say that you are coming to bring a new National Sports Secretariat. To come and do what? And who says that it is Secretariat that does the job? It is human beings with a mandate. So see, a National Sports your friends say authority is merely supervising sports infrastructure. Stadium now more handed over to them now. What work do they do? Sports development has been taken away from them. Infrastructural development has been taken away from them. Until they have nothing to do. Now, all the stadiums, so almost said they should manage her. And they cannot manage the stadium. No more, they are concert. Instead of playing football, league, no. They give the rent out because of Pesika to be able to maintain the sports stadium. How do you do the kind of things? And the worst is that, this stadium, no air man, okay, stone by mo. As you can say, no moko triae.
I know my figures too.
That be stone boy mono, or my castle, much you are saying. No, they paid 160,000. Or yeah, or mutia 160,000. Or muka kosher record, no papa nesi 70,000. Into 90,000, no, equahin 180. That we have not spoken to. And say, Vice President Nobabeka say he is fighting corruption. Now say people who come to rent even state facility pay as much as 160. Then you come and give them receipt for 70,000. How are you fighting that corruption? Papa na oka ansem no. Odaso the chief executive of the National Sports Authority. And a reshuffle some of my friends are coming into office. Amin Anta is rumored, and now is going to Minister of Finance because Keno Forata na fidye ni akufa do pese on year no why ye oma award the contract ni nyina wie your friend saying Adjei Menu Minister for Health wa award the contract nyina ewie and na sisia no omudi Okuboy e de ye koho is good Okuboy is going nti enye adebone Kojo upon Kurma, they should decline. Kojo upon Kurma, you don't call works and housing. Any new money. Mate, is this sports and not works and housing? Kojo upon Kurma, works and housing. It's works and housing. These ones, Ebeba energize. Mate say Asenso will also go to roads. Roads. Well, that's what we've because Minister now say, but two boots now ma cancel no. Say me maka. The time that Parliament had not taken a decision, and you did it, and the minister did it, we know how much they used to earn a day from the toll booth. We have noticed it. That there is financial loss caused by willfully caused by Amako Atta. Even in his graves, they will pay to the state of Ghana. All right. Sorry, I don't know, but me share it. My boss is back on the way. Yes, I did about the point. No more year demonstration for family. Oh, me is if I have sports, I'll go. No. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. So when you say me area, no. Oh, not send me back. But Pato, on the sports, no home. Oh, until my uncle so be also on the sports. Yeah. But how do you expect quality talent hunt? That be we are Paul. No team we ehia me na bi me say ehia na ka we no na e mo ya my final me say ehia how do we give you all the opportunity even those who are sports administrators are the owners of clubs in this country. That is true. That I agree with you. In fact, you need to be if you are not a club owner of a club, yes, you cannot work at the FA. It's true. It's discriminatory. Until Oyejuma were FA, no? Now who were football team, who were players. Yes. You think that the national teams, from starless to the meteors, to the Omumbi ebetimi akoye bibi without your influence Omumbe party. Alaji wa last word. Yapo ebi say no na waka no. Me abi pese me kan no na waka no. Na ba omi awanye bibre. Ebi say apart from near all can say phones anyway, no yena ye say you be link your passport to your Ghana card. So we bet me a passport now to fee, bet me to light. We bet me to light now to fee. Near almost can say my oh no. My son can do this. But it was out of his
9 schools.
Before STEM.
9.
There was the
STEM
computer.
schools.
There was the computer department. I'm not there. And then Buakra, because even tech.
You don't believe in STEM.
What is STEM?
Interoperability.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Between 2 and 5:30.
Schools don't start. I'm ready.